wake you up and as I stare in your face, you seem stunning. Wake you up and as I stare in your face, you seem stunning. Wake you up and as I stare in your wake you up and as I stare. I wake you up and as I stare in your face, you seem stunning.
Remember P, the one you got your whole style from.
Wake you up and as I stare in your face, you seem stunning.
Remember me, the one you got your rhyme style from.
Wake you up and as I stare in your face, you seem stunning.
Remember P, the one you got your rhyme style from.
My name is Ryan Benoit. I'm a professional fighter. I'm 4-1 right now. Well, you know, it was a tough fight. Cody's a big dude. Game plan was definitely to stay on the feet. He looked pretty strong on the ground. I've seen that he had won a couple of jiu-jitsu tournaments, but at the same time I grew up wrestling, so I always got wrestling in my back pocket. Train at Muller's, I train with the best guys in Dallas, so I'm definitely going to have some of the toughest jiu-jitsu around. But game plan was to stay on the feet, keep my distance, use the kicks, really try to keep the pace a little bit slower and see how he's going to move. The difference was he came off real strong. He came off pretty aggressive right away. So there he hit me with the right hand, and I kind of just moved around. I tried to keep my space, but he really kept the pressure forward. So I ended up pulling wrestling out of my back pocket, took him down. Tried to work a little bit on the ground. I actually was coming around and I was going to go for an arm bar. Missed the arm bar, ended up on my back, which got me kind of nervous. First time I had been on my back, and the other guy had been on my feet in the fight. So as I'm laying on my back, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh shit, here come the punches. And right as he walked in, I hit a little sweep, and it was just natural to me. He fell right into it. When he fell right into it, I came up and I was going for a heel hook. When I went for the heel hook, he turned and gave me his back. And I just went into wrestle mode and put the choke in and squeeze him as hard as I could. I was dating a girl who was from Mexico, and it was actually convenient because I just had hand surgery, and they asked me if I wanted to come spend some time down there with them, so I took the opportunity. And they actually have their own Muay Thai gym down there too, so they offered me an opportunity to go down there and train, and I could go to some of the local boxing gyms. I ended up going to some of the best local boxing gyms around, and really the big difference was as I got to see the punching power. I got to see a big difference in the way, the punching style, and how to turn your shoulders and how to turn, and it really got me to start really thinking about my power a little bit more. I learned a lot down there on the footwork, on the head movement, on moving around. I worked a lot on my head movement. It's always been a problem. You know, my trainer's always getting on me about keeping my hands up, but I like to move my head a lot, which helps me, kind of gets me in a bad habit of bringing my hands down. And these guys really worked me on head movement, moving around. They had a lot of different drills down there. It was a great experience. I definitely recommend anybody that can go down to Mexico. I know it's crazy down there, but anybody that can go down there and go to the boxing gyms, there is nothing like it. It's a completely different experience than to train at a gym up here. It was great. It made me appreciate my gyms up here too. It really made me appreciate my gyms up here, and the quality of the place and everything, but the type of stuff that I learned and the way that you learn how to punch and really get to authentic boxing down there. It was a great experience. You know, like you said, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's a boxer. I know where he trains, a geneticist. I've seen some of his fights. I know his coach is Derwin. You know, he comes from a solid camp. He's definitely fought some tough dudes before. His record's kind of 50-50 right now, but at the same time, you know, it gives me a little bit of respect for him because I see that he's fought tough dudes before. He's not afraid to fight anybody. He's fought really solid opponents. Most of my training partners have fought him. You know, he's a southpaw, and I've really been working on how to fight a southpaw, and I think I've come up with a really solid game plan on what I'm going to do, and I've watched some of his videos. I've studied a lot on how to fight southpaws, and I know he's good off his back too in jiu-jitsu, and so I've been working on my top game. I've been working on my wrestling, but at the same time, every fight's the same for me, you know, and I don't like to change my style up too much for another guy. I like to let them change their style up for me, because when I change my style up, I feel like I'm almost fighting to not lose to that guy. And my game plan is always to fight to win, so I'm always looking to go out there and dominate and let him change to my style, because I'm the dominant fighter and I'm the one that's got to show I fight how I fight, and I'm not going to change how I fight for somebody else. That guy has to change for me. And it's crazy, we were just talking about that right now, how we found out that we were talking about ticket sales and stuff, and we wanted to give 2 of our tickets to strength and conditioning coach Glenn, and nobody else had tickets left. And it's been like this for the past 3 weeks, and it was just like unbelievable. And I actually was able to I had 5 tickets left, so we were able to hook them up. But you know, it's just I'm really excited. This is almost it's another level of fighting for DFW. You know, I'm very proud to be considered, because it seems like they got the best dudes that they could and the best guys that they could to fill up this card, and I'm really proud that they put me on the card, and I feel great about it. I think this is going to really open up the door for the DFW fighters, and I think we're really going to put our names out there. I got to thank Torque Fight Gear, Robust Energy. Lockout Supplements, Draft Picks, Bar and Grill. My manager, of course, Matt Rossini from Imperial Fight Management. Gotta thank you to my trainer, Saxon. He's like a second father to me. Strength and conditioning coach from Warrior Training Ground. Glenn Killian, you know, all my training partners, Will, Johnny, Doug, Samson, everybody. Those guys are my brothers, and I gotta give shout outs to those guys.
Sales through the ceiling, let's talk with guns. Combo till the police come. Give you a red shirt with the wet hat to match. First max like his hand.